This is Tank's Vlog, November 25th, 2019. Wrapping up the day in sports. It's just a couple days away. Just a couple days away. Thanksgiving is on its way. Alright, so let's see who played like turkeys. And let's see who ate up all the stuffing in week 12 in the NFL. I didn't do Tank's Vlog the last few days. I went to the Devil game on Saturday night. Just didn't feel like doing it. A little tired, starting to clean up my house. Stuck my face in the oven. The first time I actually cleaned out the oven in a couple of years. That Easy Off stuff. Oof. I tell you, I was choking as I was trying to spray that stuff. I think that's kind of. I think it might be a little harmful chemicals. Something will tell me that, and of course my back was hurting after rinsing it off. But onward and forward. Let's take a look what happened on Sunday. First off, the Miami Dolphins. They're back in the losing way, I see. Stinking it up. Oh yeah. As they got slammed by the Browns in Cleveland. 41-24. Now at 2-9. That's gonna be they're gonna be right there in the top 5 picks if they continue to lose like this. And of course, they have a big game with the Giants in a couple of weeks at the Meadowlands. Both teams will be 2-9. Giants, of course, once again, we represent the New York Giants. The New York Giants. The New York Giants. I mean, you want to talk about the Giants? I mean, more like Lilliputians, the Munchkin land. That's what they look like, the New York Munchkins. I mean, it's just like Giants. What Giants? More like the Giants, as they got beaten by Mitch Trubisky. They actually made Mitch Trubisky look like an NFL quarterback today. I mean, is this the Giants' defense? Is this Big Blue? I mean, what the hell? I mean, come on. Let's see. I mean, jeez. I mean, have you ever seen anything more pathetic? I mean, 1914 was the final. I mean, the Giants are just totally lost. And the only reason the Bears only scored 19 is because Mitchell Trubisky sucks. I mean, a capable, competent quarterback probably could put 30 up points against them easily. Meanwhile, New York's other team, the Jets, they're now flying high. 3 straight wins. Blasting the Raiders 34-3, as the Raiders looked like they didn't want to be anywhere on that field. It was cold, wet, and damp at the Meadowlands, and they were up at 10 o'clock in the morning, according to their bodies. It was not really a good day of NFL action. Not really many great games. The Saints game, that was interesting. The Saints beat the Panthers 34-31, and they also beat the referees, because the referees, good God. I mean, is it? Oh, and the refs, they screw the Saints. They do it each and every week. Oh, and the refs screw New Orleans, that the Goodell wants to be. Oh, and the refs, they screw the Saints. They do it each and every week. They don't do it again, but the Panthers missed a kick. And that missed kick opened the door for the Saints to get the winning kick, as they won the game 34-31, despite being penalized 15 times. It was like the game, the dress, every time it was like a reflex. The flag would come out. Ugh. Cincinnati Bengals remain winless. They had this game in their hand, And then Duck Hodges came on in relief of a terrible Mason Rudolph. Rudolph, the backup quarterback, really doesn't know how to throw. And if he keeps on starting, the Steelers will start to blow. Bills, they beat the Broncos 20-3. And of course, I took the parlay, and I have three teams that always destroy my parlay. It's the Lions, the Chargers, and the Falcons. Oh my! I actually didn't take the Falcons this time, but I thought about taking the Falcons after they won 2 straight games and on the road, beating the Panthers and the Saints, and then they come home and they lay an egg against the Buccaneers. So much for the Falcons being back on track. It was the Seahawks 17-9 winners over the Eagles. It was giveaway day in Philadelphia as the Eagles are giving away as many footballs as possible. Meanwhile, the Lions, the team that did destroy my parlay, losing to the Washington Redskins 19-16. Thanksgiving is Thursday. You know why we have Thanksgiving? To give thanks, to eat turkey, and to remind everyone that the Detroit Lions still exist in the NFL. It was the Titans over the Jaguars 42-20. In the rain, it was the Patriots 13-9 winners over the Cowboys. Tom Brady is not playing good football right now, but the Patriots defense just is having a monster year. This is why the Patriots are winning. They're not winning right now with their offense. It's been all defense. And Tom Brady, at the end of the game, practically crying as he watched his Cowboys lose again. And on the Sunday night game, it was the 49ers ripping up the Paper Tiger Green Bay Packers 37-8. NBA, because it's so good for the NBA to get those knick-knack games out of the way early when no one's really paying attention to your sport. I mean, really, couldn't you save these knick-knack games for February when everyone is dying for something of interest? Anyway, the Nets getting close to, actually got back to 500. No Kyrie Irving, but that's no problem as the Knicks stink. Final score, Brooklyn 103, Knicks 101. Luka Doncic, you want to talk about MVP, most improved player? What a start Luka Doncic is on. I mean, he went into Houston and says, "My name is Luka, I'm gonna kill you today. My name is Luka, I'm gonna run up and down the floor." As it was Mavericks 137-123 winners over the Rockets. Kings over the Wizards 113-106. Nuggets beat the Suns 116-104. Clippers sank the Pelicans 134-109. Kyrie decided to play today, so it was a blowout. NHL, just 2 games. Why doesn't this thing work? Here we go. Oh, no. And here we don't go. Aggravation. Let me see. Get these NHL scores up. Is it? I'm starting to think these Windows computers don't work well. I'm starting to think that I mean, how many fucking problems? This is a 1-year-old computer. And everything loads so slowly. Alright, back to the NHL scores, which I've been trying to get to load, and here we are. Sabres over the Panthers, 5-2. Hurricanes blew down the Red Wings 2-0. Detroit Red Wings, I saw them in person on Saturday. Oh, boy, are they bad. And it was the Oilers in a shootout 4-3 winners over the Arizona Coyotes. Today's 3 stars are Derrick Henry, who rushed for 159 yards in the Titans win over the Jaguars. Luka Doncic, who is our 2nd star. He lives in the Rockets' mind right now. 41 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. And Chris Godwin, who had 184 yards in receiving and 2 touchdowns in the Buccaneers win over the Atlanta Falcons. Today's birthday shout-out goes to Bernie Kosar, who turns 56. And if you do the math, that meant he was born on the day that JFK was buried. So, happy birthday to Bernie Kosar. Also, having birthdays today is Joe Gibbs, turning 79. Chris Carter, 54. Nick Swisher is 39. And in current stars, Dennis Smith Jr. of the Knicks is 22. And it was 40 years ago today that the NFL first paired Pat Summerall and John Madden in the broadcast booth as they called a game with the Vikings and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Check out the full story of the Pat and John pairing at Barstool Sports and Sports Encyclopedia, where sports history lives. And good day.